Hello everybody, Spider Richard here, and today we're doing another video in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and today we're looking at all of the challenges that can be done during the campaign. And to view the challenges, first you're going to need to go through the campaign tab, then you're going to need to press the menu button, which is where the start button used to be, and then RB to get to the challenges section. And you can see here there's zombies challenges, there's multiplayer challenges, and there is campaign challenges. So there is 3 tabs under the campaign challenges, one for missions, one for tools of the trade, and one for career. So let's take a look at the challenges on the missions tab. All of the challenges except for one just require you to play through the campaign on the hardened, veteran or realistic setting and complete each level. Once you've done that, you should unlock all the challenges except for this last one, which requires you to play through on hardened, veteran or realistic without dying. Now, I've actually started my playthrough playing on Veteran without restarting from a checkpoint or dying, so if you do need help with this challenge here is a video that shows you how you can get through the first mission without dying. Pretty damn easy. So let's move on to the second tab and take a look at the challenges down here. Now this tab called Tools of the Trade requires you to kill enemies in certain ways using your abilities, which are when you press the 2 bumper buttons, it shows your abilities and you can scroll through them once you get to level 20, which is very important. Get to level 20 before you do this, because I've got a good spot where you can actually grind out a lot of these. A great place to grind these out is on the Mission Hypo Center. When you come to the part where you've got to put the grenades in the center, what's this called? The center power console or whatever it is, you'll get to a bit where you've got to defend Hendrix when he's upstairs in that little room from the exploding robots called I believe he calls them grunts. So what you're going to do is you're going to just defend him from them until eventually they stop spawning. Once you've killed the last one of the robots, it's going to tell you to shoot the last cooling rod. You're going to shoot that. Take care of these couple of guys first because they're awful troublesome. We're going to go over here, we're going to shoot it, and then it's going to need us to go over to the left just here and put a grenade in the tower. But we are not going to run over there and put the grenade in the tower, because instead we are going to take advantage of the robots that will continuously spawn to grind out some of these challenges. So like I said earlier on, if you are level 20, you will be able to swap between your loadouts, not loadouts, you'll be able to swap between your abilities, and you will be able to grind out a lot of the tools of the trade ability just using these robots that are in here. Obviously there are some that you have to use against human enemies, but for the most part you can get 99% of them in this room. Also, this is a good place to grind out the kills with each weapon to get all the attachments and stuff. So now that I've showed you where to do it, let us have a look at some of these tools of the trade challenges. The first challenge requires us to kill enemies using the control core abilities. The control core abilities are the ones under the blue tab, and the best one I found to do was do the mass paralysis. This one will affect about 5 robots at a time, so all you need to do is do this like 100 times and you should get the mastery of the challenge. The second challenge is pretty much the same, but using the martial abilities, which are the green ones. So once again in our robot den, we're going to switch to the green tab and go for Concussive Wave, which I think is probably the best one, because if you can bunch up a bunch of them together like this, use it, boom, you can kill quite a few at one time. Then just grind it out. Challenge number 3 on Tools of the Trade is Chaos Core Mastery, which is pretty much the same thing, just using the Chaos abilities. The Chaos ability are the ones under the orange tab, and the one that works against the robots is the Inferno one. If you hover over a robot, use your ability, boom, and boom, kills. Now it may be better to do it against humans because I'm pretty sure the Inferno ability only affects 1 robot at a time, so it might take a while. The fourth challenge, Commandeered. You have to kill 100 enemies with the remotely hijacked robot. Now, I know I don't need to really explain this one because it's quite simple, and you probably will get it just from playing through the campaign if you remote hijack everything you can possible. And unfortunately, there's nothing to remote hijack in that farming spot that I just showed you. Challenge number 5, Fast as Lightning. You have to kill 100 enemies with a follow-up rapid strike melee attack. To use the rapid strike melee attack, you will have to go onto the martial tab, which is the green one, and you notice in the top left hand corner it says rapid strike. Now if you hover over one of the enemies like so, the rapid strike option will show up. The follow up means that you have to do the rapid strike, then quickly click it again and again to kill more than 1 enemy in a row. Every enemy after the first enemy you hit will count towards this challenge. So remember, just keep tapping it every time you hit one if there's a big group of them, and you'll get more. And remember, if you do not have the robots, be careful because they do explode. Challenge number 6 requires you to use Inferno on enemies. Now, I already showed you this before, but Inferno can be underneath the Chaos tab, so that is the orange one. And if you hover over one of the robots in the grinding spot, like I said before, boom, there you go. Challenge number 7, Juice delivered to hit 125 enemies with an electrostatic discharge. You can use the electrostatic discharge by going onto the Chaos tab, and in the top left hand corner you'll see the electrostatic arc. Find an enemy, press the right thumbstick, and boom, watch him fall to the ground and flop around like a fish. And just to let you know, this ability does work on the robots in the farming spot I just showed you. Challenge number 8, Shockwave, requires us to knock down 100 enemies using a concussive wave. Like I showed you before, concussive wave can be found under the Marshal tab in the bottom right hand corner. And if you get a nice group of these robots together, let them bunch up, and then just use your concussive wave, boom, kill, kill, kill. Easy as that. The 9th challenge, Pulverised, needs us to kill enemies using the Overwhelming Force ability. The Overwhelming Force ability can be found on the Marshal tab and is on the top right hand side. And what you need to do is you need to get enemies in a line, run through them like that using Overwhelming Force, and boom. Awesome thing is it's got a very fast recharge time, so you should get this in no time. Challenge number 10, 3 laws compliant. Using Ravage Core, debilitate or kill 100 enemies with a volatile power core. Now, probably the easiest way I found to get this one was just get in the robot farming spot and get yourself onto the control tab, and then use the Ravage Core by pressing RB on a robot. It'll show up on the screen, and you chuck it over there, and you just do this over and over and over again until you've got the 100 that you require. Challenge number 11, Swarmed. Kill 135 enemies while they are being swarmed by the Fireflies. You will have to do this against the human enemies, and go onto the Chaos tab, go on to the bottom left, use your swarm, and when it's out, the enemies will start kicking off and going, oh my god! As soon as they start flailing around, just start shooting them. They will ignore you, so you should be able to get this pretty easy. And just put it on the lowest difficulty, and you should get this no problem. And last but not least, on the Tools of the Trade tab, Challenge 12, Demolitions Expert. Kill 150 enemies with explosives. Now, I'm not 100% certain if this means grenades or whether you can use the rocket launcher or not, but if you do, there's a rocket launcher in there, and there's a rocket launcher in here at the beginning of the Hypo Center level, which is the level where you will be able to do the robot farming at the very end of it. So grab yourself a rocket launcher from here, and just in case you need it, if not, use your grenades and just go to town on the enemies. Kill 150 of them. It shouldn't take very long at all, and then that will hopefully get you that one. So let us take a look at the career tab, the last one. The first challenge requires us to complete all of the accolades. If you haven't already completed all of them, here is a link to a playlist with every mission and all the accolades in order, and in every description has a timestamp for all of them if you are just after specific ones. Challenge number 2 on the career tab, Decorated, requires you to earn decorations. If you want to see what all of them are and where they are located, they are found on the wall next to your bed in the safe room. And if you hover over each of them, it should tell you exactly what you need to do in order to get them. Challenge number 3, Buying Power, earn 80 fabrication kits. The fabrication kits are like the little orange things that you use in order to buy weapons and your upgrades and your abilities and stuff. I'm pretty sure you get them from completing missions on different difficulties. I was actually struggling to get my last 3 or 4, and I played through on realistic, and then when I got to the very end, I had them all. Challenge number 4 is Collector. Find 54 collectibles. If you are struggling to find them, here is a link to a video showing you the location of every single one in every single mission. Challenge number 5 requires you to play through the campaign on Hardened. Challenge number 6 requires you to play through the campaign on Veteran, and challenge number 7 requires you to play through the campaign on the Realistic difficulty setting. I'm pretty sure these all stack, and if you just play through on Realistic, you should get all of them. Challenge number 8, Running the Gauntlet, requires you to get a tier 3 rating on the Immersion Simulator thing in the safe room. You can do this on the easiest difficulty, but just make sure to do it as fast as you possibly can, because if you take too long, you will not get the tier 3 rating. I believe I did it in about 24 minutes or 25 minutes, and I managed to get it. And for the final challenge, you are required to complete the training simulator on realistic difficulty. Now, I will include a link to a video once I've finished it, but I'm still working on it at the moment, but that is what you need to do in order to get this challenge. So anyway guys, I hope this video has helped. Best of luck getting these challenges. I will catch you later. Bye!